Okay, everyone, I am back. I don't know what happened. I guess a lot of people are streaming live here on StreamYard. I do apologize. I don't know where that I left off, but I do remember asking the question if you feel that VA employees should go back into the office, put a one in the comment section. I don't know what's going on with StreamYard tonight. I do apologize. But then I was talking about yep, put a one in the comment section if you feel individuals should go back into the office. And then two, I was giving my opinion on how could that impact veterans. One, there's going to be a lot of chitter chatter. People standing around talking. People standing around talking. Not enough space. People going to be outside that environment. So there could be um, some delay in getting veterans a timely decision. Okay. That's just my opinion. All right. So as I start going through questions, I'll go back through what I talked about. I was like, wait a minute, I'm not streaming. It was not my fault. It was StreamYard. But we are back up and live. We got 142 people in here. Make sure you hit that like button. But also, I'm going to be putting the contact in for our sponsors, Access Medical Solutions, Dr. Freeman Medical, DBQ, our co-sponsor, Tampa Council and Wellness. If you need a mental health DBQ, make sure you reach out to them. I am putting their contact information back in the comment section, okay? StreamYard kicked me out. Okay. But make sure you put a one in the comment section if you feel VA employees should go back in the office. And we're going to go ahead and get going. I will stay on a few extra minutes because I started a couple of minutes late and then StreamYard kicked me out for some reason. Okay. So let's get going. Get this Q&A. Richard, hello. I would like to know if there's any way to submit a complaint about the way an examiner does or how their normal practice is to not provide a good exam of the veteran. Yes, I actually did. I have actually, Richard, have a video on that. If you went through like a third party CMP examiner, you should have a survey coming in the mail. Okay, you should have a survey coming in the mail and you can respond that way. But I will tell you this, people, I don't know if that actually helps. They could read it and say, okay, we're not just going to do anything, but still voice your concerns. Okay, let's keep going. Norris, is there a form to file when a rater keeps asking for the same thing from SSI about records that doesn't exist going through this 2 years? I don't know why a rater would be sending, that's a VSR that's probably doing that. If you don't have any SSI records, just let them know there's no SSI records. Okay. Could be something else going on there. Phil, hey, Phil. Hello, Wayne, tuning in again for the Nuggets from Albuquerque. Thank you for all your great tips, sir. Thank you, Phil. I do recognize the your icon there from leaving comments. And I try to go through and answer everybody's comments that are that they leave. I did a video, I want to say week before last, and that video did really well. It was about impact of what was going on within the VA and the impact on veterans claims. I had to turn the comments off because I just couldn't keep up with them. And a lot of them were just, political responses, which this is not a political channel. I may tell you what may be going on within Congress. Like before I got cut off, I was talking about the Supreme Court ruling 7-2. Definitely, I felt like it was a slap in the face to veterans. And then I was talking about the 5 ways of service connection. That is the foundation. Whether you're going in for an increase, a new claim, or whatever, you have to understand the 5 ways of service connection. Okay, there's no way around it. You may get lucky and not know it and file something and win, but majority of the time you will not win if you don't understand it. And you definitely do not want to waste your time. Okay. So let's keep going. We're going to bring up some more comments here. Let's see. Where did we leave off? Okay. Noah says, I filed a 4138 4 and 3 times since July 2023. He says 2023. All right. I don't know exactly, Norris Clark, what's going on with that. I would say go back and look at those letters again, because this has been going back and forth for 2 years. It's crazy. But I think a couple of options that you have at your disposal is they don't call it the VA White House hotline complaint number again, but make sure you reach out to them and file a complaint. Also, I did a video on Vera, VERA, how to schedule appointment, talk to someone in public contact and say, hey, what is going on here? Can you look in VBMS and see who is sending me these letters and say, hey, stop. I've never had SSI. Move forward with my claim or whatever it is you're trying to do. But it's some other stuff going on with that, okay? Tony, hello, Dwayne. Tony from Northern Kentucky. All right. Tony, I grew up in Missouri, about 60 miles west of Paducah, Kentucky. I was denied for sleep apnea. I'm rated 50% for migraines and 70%, for mental health. I had the sleep study done at the VA. Can my primary do a Nexus? Yes, they can. But how that's what you're going to need, Tony. Okay. And that falls under secondary service connection. If they're not willing to, make sure you reach out to Access Medical, Dr. Freeman. I'm putting their contact information in the comment section. Okay. They do DBQs and Nexus statements and can make that link for you. All right. Mr. Israel, during my CMP examination, I was told by the examiner that they were only authorized to look at some and not all of my service-connected disabilities. Is this sufficient evidence of a supplemental review or HLR? The CMP examiners, they don't rate, and the raters do not do CMP exams. So depending on what you're claiming and how you're claiming, that should determine what they're looking at in your VA claims folder. Okay. So if you're claiming something secondary, you're claiming something secondary to a condition, they're assuming that, hey, based on or in the 2507 medical request, they're telling them, hey, the veteran is service connected for this, and they're asking for service connection for that. Okay. So that lets them know you are service connected for it. If you don't know what a 2507 medical request is, don't worry about it. I got a video for that. It's on my YouTube channel. Okay, Kelly, hello from Little Rock, Arkansas. Okay, Kelly. I grew up about 2.5 hours north of Blytheville, Arkansas. Thanks for all the continued service to vets. Not a problem. I have a passion for this. And when you come to my channel, I got educational videos on the process. I go out, I do the research. I'm in the 38 CFR and the M21-1 reference, giving you the information you need to help you succeed when it comes to your VA claims. Okay. So now I want to remind everybody about our memberships. We have a YouTube membership. I don't know if this got cut off when StreamYard kicked me off and I had to come back on. We have a YouTube membership inside of YouTube. You can click the join link right underneath this video. And then we have a membership outside, a veteran monthly membership outside of YouTube. Okay. That link is in the description section. As a matter of fact, I am going to go ahead and just put the link in the comment section for you. Your first month, you're going to get 50% off. You have to use the code KMD, Kilo Mike Delta 89 to get that 50% off your first month. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Wait a minute. All right. Here we go. Ray, the VA put me on meds for diabetes. I plan on asking for the increase. I'm also connected for neuropathy. I want to go to 20%. Is this considered a relatively easy claim to make? Yes. So whatever is, you said you 20%, I'm assuming you had 10% for diabetes. So you need to understand what is the 20% criteria and what is the 40% criteria for diabetes. You can look up the diagnostic code, or you can go back to the rating decision that granted that percentage, and it'll tell you why the next higher percentage was not warranted. One of the common complications of diabetes is upper and lower extremity diabetic peripheral neuropathy. Okay, so make sure you have a current diagnosis of that, whether it's in the either one of the upper extremities or either one of the lower extremities. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's switch over here. We got it, Darius Jones. Thank you for the support. Thank you. Thank you. I definitely appreciate it. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Jones. I much appreciated. Much appreciated. Okay. Now let's get back over and see where I left off. Okay, Reggae Boys, what type of protection does your 100% PNTVA rating get after reaching 10 years straight? Can it be reduced? Also, they have removed the 100% and it is now 40% on the new law. Okay, I'm not understanding. I don't know which new law that you're talking about, or if you were actually reduced. And I have a video on the different protections. I don't have them memorized. I do know where to go and find them. But let's just say you're 100% permanent total. Why would they be removing or reducing it? Okay. I have seen veterans come in when they're 100% permanent total and claim something totally new. And we didn't go back and look at all the other stuff. That is a myth. I don't know where veterans are hearing that. I did talk about that in a video that I did, and I call that video Poking the Bear. Okay. But also, Reggae Boys, make sure you go and you look at my video on the protection rules. I don't know. I don't want to answer that because you said something, a new law, something changed. But let me research that and I can do an updated video on the protection rule. A lot of stuff you all can find in the M21-1. My membership, my monthly membership outside of YouTube, all those individuals know how to search the M21-1 because during one of our live streams, guess what I did? I showed them how to do it. And I might do it again. I haven't done that. It was last year that I did it. We got a live coming up for our members this Saturday. So maybe I might do that as a topic of discussion. Okay. All right. Betty Boots. Oh, haven't seen you in a while, Betty. Good evening, Dwayne. Good evening, Betty. Okay. This is Access Medical Solutions. So again, if you need a medical DBQ nexus statement, now keep in mind there's some DBQs on the medical side that need to be done in person. Okay. And here's the this is for Tampa Counseling and Wellness. Okay. Make sure you reach out to Dr. Garcia and Dr. Nicholas if you need a mental health DBQ and nexus statement. And mental health DBQs can be done by video. Okay. They call it telehealth and telemental. Okay. Where are we at? Okay. Hope Doge didn't get to the way. I guess that's when I got cut off, right? Maybe they were like, oh, wait a minute, he's dropping these nuggets. We got to interrupt him. But we got 295 people in the live. Make sure you help me out with that like button. We have to get more people. We got to get more people involved in looking at these videos to make sure they get educated. Okay. Those got me waiting on them nuggets. All right, Darius, they're coming. They're coming. Willie, is this live playing for you all? Yeah, sorry about that, people. For some reason, I was talking and I saw an error come up on the StreamYard that I use. I do apologize. I had to come back in. All right. So I'm just getting back up to speed on some of these. Okay. Where's Dwayne? Okay. I'm here. I'm here. Okay. Ray says headed to McDonald's. Yeah, I'm sorry, people. I'm sorry, but I'm back. We got over 300 people. Make sure you go ahead and you hit that like button. So, okay. So we got a lot of people that's saying, one, yes, VA employees should go back into the office. Let me know why you think that is. If I was still a VA employee, I tell you right now, I wouldn't be going back in office. I would make sure I get an updated, reasonable accommodation, get FMLA if I need it, if I have to. I would do anything to stay at home. The reason why I was more productive at home. Now, do some VA employees probably need to go back in the office? Yeah. So I'm not that naive, okay? But there were a lot of people that I knew work from home and they were knocking out cases. They were knocking out cases left and right. Can't say all of them were grants, but me personally, I was able to get more work done. If I'm in the office, I'm taking all my breaks. At home, I can get up, just go to the bathroom right quick. If I need to go, like I said earlier, go get a bottle of water or whatever. Okay. So, but thanks for sharing. Now, put a 2 in the comment section if you feel that VA employees should not go back in the office and give me a reason as to why. Okay. All right. David Piatek, VA Housing and Education. So many nuggets to share. Thank you. Thank you, David. And for those of you that are new, David Piatek and we go live every month, second Wednesday of every month. So next Wednesday, guess what? I'm going to be back on live and with David, and we are going to be talking about VA home loans and VA compensation. So if you're thinking about using your VA certificate eligibility to purchase a new home or do a VA refinance, make sure you reach out to David Piatek and his team. They are trusted sources in that VA home loan community. He also has a YouTube channel, VA Housing Education. Okay. Thanks, Dave, for all the support. Looking forward to our live stream next week. Joseph, they should hire actual veterans to do this. Joseph, there are a lot of veterans working at the VA. A lot. Okay. Betty said they should go back in office. So, Betty, let me know your reason as to why you think they should go back in office. Okay. BC, salute. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So let's see who we got here. Sir. Okay. Hey, get the membership. Worked it. Promo time. All right. Hey, I definitely appreciate that. Which membership are you in? Are you in the YouTube membership? Or are you in the membership outside of YouTube? Let me know. And thank you for the support to the membership, and glad you are getting something out of that membership. Okay. So I have to find out, where did I leave? Oh, okay, right here. Here we go. Okay, Rose City. Good evening, Dwayne. Hey, how you doing? You from the NOLA? I see you got that New Orleans hat. Okay, I agree. Marvin says he agree. But Marvin, why? Why do you think VA employees should go back in? So the one is, you believe VA employees should go back in the office. Let me know why. 2, leave a 2 in the comment section if you feel they should not go back into the office, and let me know why. Okay. LinkedIn user says, interesting topic. Most definitely. Having civilians doing the job obviously isn't working. I tell you what, Joseph, I knew some VA employees that were harder on veterans when it came to adjudicating their claim than the individuals that were not veterans. And I talked about this, a couple of years ago in a few videos. Okay. So just don't think, it's just the individuals that working at the VA that are not veterans that are hard on veterans. I felt, in my opinion, maybe another VA employee that's a veteran may think different, but I thought the majority was veterans that were hard on other veterans when it came to their claims. That was just me. All right. Okay, H Dog, South Carolina. Hope if you're in up around Myrtle Beach, North Myrtle Beach, and Horry County. I used to frequent that area for 13 years. Every year, hope everybody's safe up there doing those wildfires. Okay. Good evening. All right. Yep. Thumbs up. Make sure we get those thumbs up, people. Get those likes. Kevin McCants, hit the like button. Yes, somebody let me know, Kevin. Let me know how many people we got, how many likes we got. We got 320 people in here. Both either depends upon performance. Yeah, I agree. But having someone, even when I first started working from home, if you weren't meeting your production quota, you're getting a lot of errors and stuff like that. Oh, they would definitely bring you back in the office. If you were on a PIP, I don't know how it is now, performance improvement plan, but I remember a couple people being on a PIP and they had to come back in the office. They had to go back in the office. I've been fighting for my benefits for years. Joseph, keep fighting, but make sure you understand what those 5 ways of service connection, those 5 ways of service connection are. Okay. So we getting some ones. We get some ones. Let us know. William Bell says negative. Let us know why you think they should go back in the office. Okay, Brian Scott, S. Mitch, okay, J. New, okay, T. Ratliff. I trust Doug Collins, period. Okay. I did a video. A lot of veterans say they don't. But what I say with that is to that, Joseph, is hey, thank you for sharing that. Everybody has their opinion, but time will tell. Time will tell, in the upcoming months, all right, to see what he does. I hope he does the right thing. Greg, okay, a 1. Do you get a survey for an ACE exam? I don't think that you do. I don't think that you do. It's only if there were if you went in person. Okay. All right. Okay, Gerald Armstrong, thank you for the support, Gerald, and donation. I filed a claim for my dependent turning 18, but still in school on February 12th and still on step 1. Okay, so if you're 30% or above, then you should still get awarded, have that dependent on your award. If they're still in school, let the VA know that they're still in school. Okay. If not, they will remove them. A lot of vets do not read that notification letter, and you'll see the dependent's name. If they're not 18, and then all of a sudden you'll see they drop off and they don't pay attention to that. And then all of a sudden, oh, wait a minute, they're still in school. Not saying, Gerald, you did this, but you need to understand that because you need to get that information that there's to the VA that they're still in school in a timely manner because this is not a priority. So they could automatically drop off and then you send that paperwork in, then you're waiting for months to add them back. Okay. And it's still in step 1. Yep. Because those are not priority, Gerald, for the VA. Okay. I do apologize when I click over and look at the donations. And then when I come back, I have to figure out where I left off. Okay, here we go. Michael, thanks, D, for all your help. Not a problem. 100% PNT. Now it took 8 years with back pay. Now I'll get somewhere and sit down and not poking a bear. Hey, everybody, put a 7. Put a 7 in the comment section and let Michael know that you are congratulating them on that 100%. Put a number 7 in the comment section. Way to go, Michael. And thank you for not giving up and sticking with it. You see how it paid off. Okay. Is it King Convention? Hopefully, I don't want to butcher that name. Okay. 1, because then they can use each other to ask for opinions and clarifications of questionable situations, especially newer, asking others with more experience. Now, okay, I can see that because when I was new, I was asking questions, but you had some coaches did not want you coming over to their employees asking them anything. And I had a guy run up on me one time, and I still remember his name, and I was new. And I was like, excuse me? And I was asking them about something. I can't remember what it was, I was probably within a year, and he was real rude about it. And every time I saw this dude, after that, even right before I retired, I was like, man, please do it again. Please come up and do that to me again. Be rude. He never did. I would go over to his team just intentionally. And because I knew some people on his team, and I would just ask them questions or whatever. And I was hoping he would do, because he was about to get that smoke. Now, I wasn't going to do anything physical. I wasn't going to jeopardize my freedom. But he was definitely about to fall into that category, FAFO. Trust me. Okay. And dude wore glasses, had a goatee, short, walk kind of, oh man, yep. You got me worked up there. Let's keep going. Ooh. He was about to definitely fall. Does everybody know what FAFO stands for? Okay. K Brooks, keep on educating. Good job. I will definitely do that. When you come to my channel, that's what we're doing. We're dropping these nuggets and giving you that education. Okay. Also, everybody, let me know if you have the book. Just leave me a comment in the comment section and let me know if you have the book. Okay. The Noble Scholar. I filed a claim on February 19th, and I have this in expedited CMP exam on Monday. Okay. Is this a good sign for my claim? I did not ask for it to be expedited. Just know what you're showing up for. And I talked about this. I can't remember the name of the video. I have over 600 videos. A lot of people say, hey, can you share this link? Do you have a video on that? I have over 600 videos, people. All you have to do is go to my channel and just type in a keyword and see what comes up, okay? One thing I can tell you, Noble Scholar, one, call and confirm what you're showing up for. If your service connected for the condition, or if your service connected for the condition, understand at what percentage. Understand if you meet the criteria for the current percentage or the next higher percentage, because that's what you need to be talking about. If you're not service connected, same thing. You need to confirm what you're showing up for and what criteria for which percentage do you feel you meet. That's what you're talking about on that CMP exam. Okay. All right. Let me get back over here. Okay. Here we go. Can you file different claims for sinusitis and rhinitis, or now is it called rhinosinusitis, single rating? I think they're still broken out. Unless something changed here very, very recently, I would have to go back to the diagnostic code criteria and check, Leo. So when you, for sinusitis, there is a general rating criteria. So there's, and I was talking about this in an upcoming video that's coming out this Friday. And I was using sinusitis as an example. So there's, I want to say 5 or 6 or 7 different diagnoses of sinusitis. But the general rating criteria for 0, 10, 30, whatever percentages are, that criteria is the same for all those different sinusitis diagnoses. Allergic rhinitis is a standalone. Okay. And I believe for allergic rhinitis is 0, 10, and 30%. Okay. Okay. So now I got to figure out where I left off, because they can use, okay, we did that one. Bear with me. Okay. Here we go. T. McBride. T-Mac. All right. Hello, all. Thanks for all the information you provide to us veterans. I appreciate you. Appreciate your very informative videos. Thank you. And thank you for the support, T-Mac. I want to say I already asked everybody, if you got the book, let me know in the comment section. Willie Towns, I had a telehealth for a CMP exam. Will it be thrown out by the VA? I'm assuming you're talking about your private. You had from a private doctor, which you can do. Okay, but on the DBQ, they have to state that it was not done in person, and it was done by secure Zoom, or however you did it. Okay, some VA employees have been leaving me comments. Oh, they can't do that. It's in the M21-1. Yeah, they can. And a lot of people say it has to be within 100 miles. Well, when you have a CMP exam with their VA CMP examiner, meaning the VA, ask them where they're located. And don't be surprised if they're more than 100 miles. So what is the difference? And then some of the employees will say, well, they said they are regularly seen by telehealth. Have to think. Okay, like that guy did in that movie Shooter when he told Mark Wahlberg, the guy in Tennessee, the old guy, he did like this. When you think you got it figured out, Gunny, you're wrong. So that's to the VA employees. Okay, you got to think. All right. When I use my health insurance and I use that app, one time I'm in Florida, I was talking to somebody in Minnesota. Now they don't regularly see me, but I use that app, right? So some people, they may not leave the house, so they'll do stuff by telehealth. And check it out. I had an appointment with the VA, a VA doctor, a specialist, just a couple of weeks ago. And they did it by video. It took them a while to get on, but it was by video where I was sitting right here. Okay. So, some VA employees, that's why it's important for veterans to understand the M21-1, 38 CFR as it pertains to what they're claiming and how it can impact their claim, because the VA regulations are on your side. And if the VA employee don't know that and you know it, and they don't do something they're supposed to do, now you can hold them accountable because you can argue fact and or law. Okay. All right. So we got another comment. Let's see. Okay. Official EJ Wade. All right, sir. So former federal employees can write books related to former duties because I may leave immigration one day. Give me the game, bro. Hey, reach out to me. I did. That book, my book. Oh, wait a minute. I do apologize. I should have. Sorry for that. I should have apologized. Make sure you go out and get the book. A link is actually, there's a link right underneath this video. Okay. Right underneath this video that will take you to my Shopify page and you can purchase it. If you purchase it, make sure you use the code TDH15, Tango Delta Hotel. Okay. TDH15. I saw somebody just purchased one and you can get 15% off. If you want it fairly quick, you can get it on Amazon. But if you pick it up tonight, you get 15% off. You don't get 15% off on Amazon. And guess what? I'm shipping out some orders tomorrow. So as soon as I wrap up with this live stream, I'm going to package some books and get them in the mail tomorrow. So yeah, official EJ Wade, hit me up at info@kmd89.com. We can have a quick 30-minute session. I don't know immigration, how much you can share or whatever. But definitely you could tell your story of your time there. Okay. All right. Let me switch back over. Okay, here we go. I recently got, diagnostic ICD. I don't know what that is, Cindy. I would have to look that up because I am not a medical professional. Okay, I would have to Google that. But that is some type of diagnosis for something. Okay, so if you're filing a claim, where does it fall under the 5 ways of service connection? Okay, I'm in step 4. Can I keep adding evidence? Yes, you can. But I have a video on step 3, how to go back from step 6 to step 3, adding evidence. If I was going through this process again, and this is just me, everybody claim is different. But if I was going through this process again, I would do the intent to file. But before I did the intent to file, I'll be thinking about, getting ready to file a claim. But when I make that decision to go ahead and do a claim, I would do the intent to file. 800-827-1000. Let them know you want to do an intent to file for compensation. If you're service connected, get a disability breakdown letter and they can email it to you. That's the nugget. You figure out what you're service connected for. Okay. Do I want an increase? Yep. I got the evidence. If not, I go out and I get the evidence. Okay. New claims, secondary, whatever. And I'm getting everything together because I got that intent to file. Maybe 2, 3, 4 months down the road, I go ahead and submit the prescribed claim form using the quick submit link. Guess what? I know a lot of you may say, Dwayne, what's quick submit? Don't worry about it. Write that down. As soon as we wrap up, go to my channel. I got a video on that. Okay. And then I would submit my claim with all my evidence. That's just me. Now, if something came up important, like some, very important evidence, then yeah, I would submit it at that time. But also I would know that could prolong my claim if there's any additional development needed. Okay. Brian, hello, Dwayne from Ohio. Thanks for all the nuggets. Can I file OSA, obstructive sleep apnea secondary to my PTSD after being denied twice? OSA connected to non-service connected weight gain. Yes, make sure you reach out to Dr. Freeman, and that is called intermediate step. Brian, I got a video explaining that. Sleep apnea secondary as an intermediate step. Check that video out, okay? Rose City, question 1. Thank you, Cynthia Ward, for the purchase on the book. Just popped up. Question 1. So with increases, you need new and relevant evidence. Is it the same with secondary claims, or do you use both military and VA evidence? There are different ways of service connection. Increase. Talk about this in the book, and I'm going to do a video on this and go really in depth. Increase. Well, actually, I got a video for increase coming up on Friday. You need to meet, if you're at 10%, Rose City, what is the criteria for the 20% for that condition? Or does it go to 30 or 40? What is the criteria for the next highest percentage for that condition under that diagnostic code? You have to know that for the increase. And if you're claiming it's secondary, then you still need to know which percentage you feel you fall under based on that criteria. Now, when it says relevant, new and relevant, that means you were previously denied and you're coming back in and you're going to submit that 0995. And that 0995, guess what? You need new and relevant evidence. In my membership, outside of YouTube, we go live twice a month. And I have a topic of discussion and then a Q&A. All right. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put that link in the comment section. Okay. So you can get signed up for that. Now, when you become a member, I think we're up to like lesson number 60. Ooh, we got a lot of stuff in there. You're not going to have access to all 60. They're going to be dripped every month. And then when you get caught up, which you may not get caught up because we drip a video every month. So every Monday. But every month you'll get a new series of videos and a new series of videos and stuff like that. A lot of good information. Okay. Let's see. But in that one of those live streams, I did go over to 0995 and discuss new and relevant evidence and gave some examples. So you will get immediate access to all of the live streams back to May of 2023. Okay. Cindy, I recently got, okay. Let me know what that diagnosis is for that ICD code. Mr. Big, hello, Dwayne, from Texas, here for the nuggets. Okay, I emailed you earlier this week about my roots. I think I did. I remember that. I think I responded, didn't I? Because I think you said that you won that. You was like, hey, I got it. It was that you got the extension. That's what it was. So I do remember. I do remember. You said that you have got the extension, and for me to let veterans know, hey, go out there and get it. So there, I did a video on that, and that was the GI Bill extension. Okay, that's what Mr. Biggs is talking about. Okay. Again, if you need a Nexus statement, reach out to Access Medical Solutions. Also, if you need a DBQ, okay. Let's keep going. Victor says, buy his book. People, it has almost everything you need to file a claim, but also do the research, Google things. The answers are there. You are correct, Victor. And I tell veterans all the time when they ask me, Dwayne, how do I win? How do I win? One, you got to be patient. Two, you got to invest the time to become educated. Give me one federal agency that makes it easy for you to get money from them. Let me know. Just let me know. Okay. Question 2. If you are service connected and you get in a motor vehicle accident, would you use those records? Would they hurt your claim? You have to think about if they're aggravated. So they could. You could use that, um, especially if there's a joint and it's limited range of motion. It could have aggravated it and um, cause you to have more reduced range of motion. Okay. All right. Let's skip over here to some individuals that have left us donations. If you are a member in outside of YouTube, if you don't mind, let us know. Okay. Okay, Michael. Hey, thank you for the donation. The end of the school year is coming up, so what we do, we're going to donate some of these funds to my nonprofit in my grandmother's name. If you go out to our website, kmd89.com, you'll see a lot of work that we have done in the community in the past, and we're going to be giving out. Last year, we gave out $2,000 scholarships in May. This year, we're going to give out. One $1,000 scholarship. And the goal is for this nonprofit, KMD, at the end of every year, is going to be making donations to that nonprofit. Okay. And we're going to have the website up and out. When we get it up and going, I'll put it in the comment section and you can make donations directly to the nonprofit. Also, I'm going to hire someone to go out and get grants for that nonprofit. And then KMD is going to be giving donations to the nonprofit. The nonprofit is the Hattie Mae Kimball Foundation. That is my grandmother, and it's in honor of her name. And the plan is to get enough funds. And here in the Tampa Bay area, I'm going to go to high schools in low income areas. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give each student a $5,000 gift basket. We got a couple of names that we're going to call it, but what was a few things that my team and I, my wife and I, she's one of the directors in the nonprofit. We're going to give $1,000 cash scholarship. Okay, they're going to get a laptop. They're going to get a book bag with school supplies. We're going to have some gift cards in there, depending on if they're male or female, to a clothing store to get them some clothes and some other necessary items. And then we're going to come up with some other things. We're going to be reaching out to some of the high school counselors to say, hey, what do students need? Because I went to college, it's been years. Okay. My freshman year, I was a freshman at Southeast Missouri State University, and also known as SEMO, 1988. It's probably showing my age a little bit. Okay. And the reason why I'm doing that and I created this nonprofit is because when I went to school, I went to basic training between my junior and senior year of high school because my mom told me there was no college fund. My grandparents raised me in Southeast Missouri. And I talk about this, a little bit of it in my book, the dedication to my grandparents. So if you got the book, definitely you can read that. My grandfather was born in Tunica, Mississippi in 1909. My grandmother was born in Midway, Alabama, just southwest of, I believe it was at Montgomery in 1911. They had a third grade and sixth grade education, and we were poor growing up. And so when I went to school, I had only a couple pair of jeans, a couple pair of sweatpants, a few shorts. And I remember, for those of you in the Army, you'll know that laundry bag, right? I was in the National Guard at the time before I went on active duty. I had that bag, had an old book bag, and then another suitcase. That's all I had. So we want to make sure in this foundation that kids feel they have what they need to help them, first few months of college, and just giving them something to give them extra boost of confidence. So when they're walking around the college campus, they know they belong there. They don't have to worry about where they're going to get their next meal, or hey, I need to do a paper and the library's closed. It's 2 o'clock in the morning and the library's closed and I don't have access to a computer. They'll have a laptop. Okay. I'm pretty sure some colleges now, libraries may be open 24 hours, but when I was there, 10, 11 o'clock, they were shutting it down. Okay. So a lot of the donations that you give, we'll give that money, some of that money to the Hattie Mae Kimball Foundation, the nonprofit, and that's what we're going to do with it. So that's the goal, and we want to get to the point where we're giving away any, $5,000 scholarships every year, and then the more grants we get, the more students will give those donations to. Okay, all right, let's get back to it. All right, Chantel, thank you for that donation. Hey, we got a new member, Leo. Leo became a YouTube member. Thank you, Leo. All right, that is the first one that popped up here. Teresa Wingate, $10 posted my message about applying for additional percentage after 100% PNT already awarded in case the vet dies from more service-connected conditions. Okay, so hopefully, Teresa Wingate, I'm gonna go through, answer all the questions for the people that left the donations and get back. But what Teresa's talking about, and this is some, I did a video on that. DIC. You go to my channel, DIC, and I talk about if the veteran passes away, you have to be 100%. I'm going to go out on a limb because I don't have this M21 manual reference memorized. I should. But if the veteran is 100% permanent total and dies from a service-connected condition after 10 years, a non-service connected condition after 10 years, and they're 100% PNT, I believe they are entitled to DIC. If it's under 10 years, then it needs to be a service connected condition, and that condition needs to be on the death certificate. Okay. So make sure if you're a family member, and this is something I need to do, but luckily for me, my wife is a veteran and she understands that process. Okay. Is to get a checklist together, and in that checklist, making sure you know what your significant other who is the veteran is service connected for. Okay. So if that happens, then if it's on that death certificate, how long they've been 100%, because once that veteran passes away, you got a lot of other stuff going on, the funeral, you got a lot of other stuff that you have to worry about. And it's something that you shouldn't have to. So make sure while your spouse or family member that's a veteran, you have all that documents. Now, I'm going to go out of screen just a little bit because I want to show you my VA claims folder. Okay. I wasn't planning on showing this, but in a lot of my videos on my YouTube channel, the angle I use, this is my VA claims folder. Now, it's 2 volumes, and I know a lot of you might be saying, Dwayne, man, that is a lot. When I rated, this was considered a small folder. Those veterans, they had 10 volumes. This is 2. And they had to push them around on carts. And that you want to see VA employees move like, roaches in the ghetto when you walk in the room, apartment, wherever you have roaches, they flick the light on, roaches start running. When that lady pushed that cart with 10 volumes, you saw VA employees scattered. They didn't want that smoke. Okay. All right. I should have had that on my desk, but let's keep going. Patrick, do I need separate personal lay statements for each claim conditions, or can everything be put into one? Thank you for all the nuts. Okay, Patrick, what I would do on that 526EZ or 0995, but let's just use 526EZ, where it says disabilities, I'll put please see attached VA form 21-4138. On the 4138, I'll put number 1, lay statement for whatever condition. Number 2, lay statement for whatever condition. Number 3, lay statement for whatever condition. And you can submit as many 4138s as you want to, because a lot of your lay statements may not fit in the section on that 526EZ. Okay, let's keep going. Kelvin, super sticker, thank you for that support. Definitely appreciate it. Thomas McAfee, thank you for the support and the donation. I was diagnosed with lymphedema. I'm sorry, I cannot pronounce that. In service, and then after service was diagnosed with an autoimmune disorder. How can I link these? Also got denied for migraines, and I see where the rater missed my in-service diagnosis. Okay, so let's take that first one. I would Google that diagnosis to see what are some of, someone's calling me on my work number. We are closed, people. Um, I would see what some of the symptoms are and see if there's an autoimmune disorder connection there, um, or if it falls under that somehow on one of the symptoms. Um, migraines. Okay, so Thomas, if you had a CMP exam for migraines, the rater didn't miss it. The doctor said no, and I have a video on who denied your VA claim. And in that video, I'm talking about giving examples of when a rater could have denied it and when the CMP examiner denied it. And if you had a CMP exam for migraines, Thomas, you might want to get a copy of that CMP exam because 9 times out of 10, that examiner gave a negative opinion. Okay. But I have seen instances where veteran was seen in service for the condition. The examiner I'm sorry, take that back. The veteran was not seen in service. The examiner gave a diagnosis and a positive medical opinion. And it's been times where I had to deny it because it didn't fall under the 5 ways of service connection. Okay. And on the flip side, I've seen where veterans were treated in service for it. The doctor gave a positive opinion and the rater denied it, saying, oh, there's no evidence in service when it was. So in that notification letter, because when you receive that packet from the VA, you receive a notification letter and a rating decision. Make sure you look at the options if you disagree. And also, I talk about that in a book. And I have a video. I can't remember what I named that video, but I give a screenshot of those options in the notification letter. Okay, Thomas? Hope that helps. All right. S. Ramos, we got a new member. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Make sure people will get signed up for that YouTube membership. JEH, thank you for the donation. Thank you for all you do for veterans and their families. I filed my HLR 2 weeks ago and requested an informal conference. What can I expect during this call and how do I prep for this call? Good question. Guess what? Not only do I have one video on that HLR, I have several, and I'm going to do an upcoming one, okay? Also, one of those videos I have, if you submitted that 0996, you call the 800 number, 800-827-1000. Yep, that 0996 is on file. I have a video on how to schedule your high-level review informal conference. You don't have to wait. Now, if they cancel it, go back and schedule it again. But make sure you confirm that 0996 is record. A lot of people are doing that and they're saying, Dwayne, they cancel it. And I'm like, well, did you call and confirm first? No, I didn't know I had to do it because you didn't watch the whole video. Okay, not meaning you, JEH, but people are saying that. Hey, they cancel it because you didn't confirm. They cancel it saying you did it premature because they don't see your 0996. But if you call in and the call center rep can see it, that means they can see it. Keep scheduling, okay? But then some of my older videos on HLR, I talk about some questions that you need to be asking. But right off the rip, JEH, what and why are you doing your high-level review? What is the fact or law? Are you doing it for incorrect effective date? Are you doing it for incorrect percentage? Are you disagreeing they denied you and you feel you should have been service connected? What regulation did they violate? Did they confirm and continue the percentage? Was it evidence in your record at the time of adjudication to show that you should have been given a higher percentage? Okay. All right. So we got 54 minutes. We got about 6 minutes on my clock. It's 8:12, but I'm going to keep going for another 6 minutes or so because I got kicked off. Somebody said Doge. Doge kicked me off. All right. I'm going to try to find out where I left off people. I went through, we had 14 people give donations. So I want to make sure I get those questions answered. So I'm going back through here. Okay, here we go. Greg says, Thank you, Dwayne, for all the information. You're definitely welcome. Mario says, good evening. Good evening, Mario. Don't remember. Okay, here we go. Question: if you're a service connected and you get a motor vehicle accident, for increase or secondary. Okay. Yeah. So if conditions got worse, yeah, go ahead and file that claim. A night, I have a CMP tomorrow after submitting DBQs from a private physician that I have been seeing for over 1 year. I got on a Vera and they sent me for exams immediately after the call. Wow. Um, the regulation that's out there, 38 CFR 3.309. No, I'll take that back, not 309. 38 CFR 3.326, 3.326 subpart B states no further examination may be necessary if there's information, progress reports, exams um, that they can use to rate the case. I did a video, I think last year, or year before last, where I was talking about VA employees rejecting DBQs. This is exactly what I'm talking about. But veterans, we got to hold ourselves accountable. We got to make sure that you have someone look at that DBQ and or Nexus to make sure it's sufficient. Just because it was completed by a specialist doesn't mean it was completed correctly. Two sponsors, Access Medical Solutions and Tampa Counseling Wellness, they've been doing DBQs a while. Okay. But some VA employees are requesting these CMP exams when they do not have to. Now, you may have to stand on business and say, I'm not going. That's something I did. My last claim as a rater, they were like, oh, you got to go to this. Nope. Get DBQ. You can use it. And a lot of people say, nope, you're telling vets the wrong thing. No, I'm not. Because the VA trained me on how to review a DBQ to make sure it was actually more sufficient. Then you got some VA employees saying, oh, there's a lot of fraud. It's just not fraud at the VA. It's fraud everywhere. And shame on the veterans that are doing it the fraudulent way. I get it. But not every veteran that submits a DBQ is committing fraud. Follow the regulations, VA employees. Follow the regulations. If the DBQ is not sufficient, then yeah, one of the options you have is to request a CMP exam. But in the M21-1, that's not the only reason. You can actually contact the medical provider. Now, this is where it gets a slippery slope, because if the VA employee calls my medical provider and I didn't get a medical provider to give feedback, that's a problem. It's violating my privacy, right? Now, if I was going through the process again, I would tell my provider, put in my notes, hey, if a VA employee calls and asks about this DBQ, yes, I give you permission to only talk about the DBQ to clarify it. They can do that. But if the examiner doesn't have to talk to them, especially if they don't have your permission. That's a nugget. That's a nugget. Okay. Let's keep going. We got a few minutes. Is there a way to track a DTA that is sent back to a rater? I had a high-level review closed after it was sent back to a rater for DTA. I can see it in my claims and appeals when I check it. I don't know what the system will give you when that happens. I don't know what the system will give you. Good question. Good question. If anybody knows that, let me know. Because when I was going through that process, we didn't have the VA's website wasn't robust like it is now. But I haven't tracked that. I haven't filed a claim to know if it does. But I do have a video on DTA errors. Okay. So let's get back over to some questions. Oh, Rhonda Hinkle, thank you for the donation. I opened a nonprofit organization in September 2024, helping vets, and I have about 50 clients and just heard back from 2 vets. One of them was at 30%, now at 80. All right. The other was at 70, now 100%. It feels amazing. Get your book. I got your book on Monday. Thank you, Rhonda. Definitely appreciate it. The support there. This is the book. Also, we got 300 people left in here. I'm not going to give away these 2 surprises. I'm working on something. I am working on something. Big surprise. I would say in the next 45, 50 days, you'll get the first one. And hopefully in the next 60 or 90, you will get the second one. Trust me, people, these are going to be game changers. Been putting a lot of time into one. Okay. A lot of time, almost a year now. Well, just over a year. Okay. It's going to be a game changer for you. And when we go live with them, I will let you know. I might I'm going to let you know. Both of them, I'll let you know a little bit ahead of time once we get, our footing and stuff like that. Game changer. Game changer, people. And these are going to be probably the two largest nuggets that I can give you. Okay. All right. Patrick, does my DBQ or Nexus need to annotate anywhere that obesity is an intermediate step? Yes. In your Nexus as well. Yes. Or will the rater know to do? No, don't. I can't tell you what other raters will do. A lot of people ask me that question. I don't know. I don't know what another rater will do. But what I do know is what they're supposed to do per the 38 CFR and M21-1. That's what you need to know. We all need to know that, okay? Filing at the end of the month and want everything to be squared away. Okay. Access Medical Solutions. Dr. Freeman is very familiar with that intermediate step. We've talked about it. I think we talked, and I interviewed Dr. Freeman about a year ago. And I'm trying to get him back on live and in a Zoom to let people ask questions. So hopefully we can connect. We had a conversation last month, and him and I were just really busy. But I need to get him locked down to a time to do a live. Okay. All right. So we're a little bit over, but I got kicked off. So let me get back over to the questions. So there's okay. Thank you, Darren Jones. Definitely appreciate it, sir. We covered that one. Okay, here we go. Dom, thank you for all you do, brother. I definitely appreciate it. I recently got 100% PNT, but my effective dates are incorrect. My VO file, 4138 letter stating the issue on your site. I think you said that was wrong. And if I would have done a CUE. I got a video coming up real soon on a CUE, but I do have an older video from 2023. CUE, put it on 526CZ. Should go a lot faster than a 4138. And why? Yeah, I don't know why they put it on a 4138, because in the notification letter, if you disagree, they give you 3 options, and one of them is not a 4138. That's a nugget. Okay, Christopher, have you seen the video that the new Secretary of VA Douglas released an hour ago? No, Christopher, because I was on here. But guess what? As soon as I wrap up, I'm going to go check it out. See what it says? And guess what? I might do a video on it. VA is planning on laying off around 80. Whoa. Shut the front door. 80,000 employees. What? Oh, man. It's getting bad, people. It's getting bad. Hey, thank you, Christopher. I am definitely going to go and look at that. Christopher Clark Brown, greatly appreciate it. Thank you for helping veterans. Hey, thank you for the support. So everybody, I'm going to check out this video, and I'm going to need to restart my computer again to get some glitches. And I might record that video tonight. Yeah. Oh, most definitely. I'm going to go check that out. Yeah. Oh, yeah. At 80,000. What? All right. Whew. Terrence Riggins. Hi, Dwayne. I'm reporting to you that as of February 28th, I can report. Whoa. Thanks. Thanks to your book and this amazing YouTube channel. He said, I watched every video and read every page of the book. So what Terrence is saying, he got the book, and I don't think Terrence was a client. Got the book, $29.99. I'm gonna tell you how powerful this is, people. And Terrence is a testimonial of this. Got the book, $29.99. Small investment based on the ROI, rate of return, rate of investment. He said he watched all of my videos. I got over 600 videos, and he got to 100%. And what did it cost him? $29.99 plus a few hours to get through all the videos. He didn't give up. He did not give up and won. That's what I'm telling you, people. When I put out something like this, okay, I just did some training last month. What makes the DBQ insufficient? If you took that training, let me know what you thought about it. It's $19.99. And I went over. I didn't just stop at the 1 hour. I went over. This is what I'm talking about, people. When you come to my channel, I am dropping some major nuggets for you. I need your help. Invest the time. Take the time and do not give up. Do not let the VA win. No way, no how. It is game on. Some VA employees have made this process adversarial. What are you going to do? And you tell I'm getting excited, right? Because I got a passion for this. When I rated and was adjudicating my own claim, I felt the VA turn their back on me. Somebody left me a comment the other day and they said, "Oh, you're talking about this in this video. Why didn't you turn those individuals in?" I went to the highest level at my regional office and I said, "Look, the VA regional office handles, the Atlanta VA regional office we're handling all the claims for the VA employees that worked at the St. Petersburg, Florida regional office." And I'm like, "Hey, they are committing CUEs after CUEs after CUEs. There has to be something that we can do about this." And she's like, "Oh, you can just do an appeal." Back then, appeals was taking 6-7 years. I'm like, "No, that's not what I'm talking about. They're not looking at anything. They're denying claims, saying it's not in your records. And it is in people's records." And you know what she did? Sat there and looked at me. And I was like, "You're not going to write this down?" And she had those sticky notes. You don't see people use sticky notes that much anymore. And she wrote something on it and she just kind of like flicked it away and threw the pen down on the desk. And that let me know right there and then. Some of these managers in this regional office are full of BS. They're full of BS. They're lying to the VA employees when it comes to these town halls. "Oh, it's about the veteran." No, it's about the numbers and you getting that bonus. So I left that office that day. And I'm sorry, I'm preaching now. I do apologize. And I sat down at my desk and I was like, it's something that I can do. What can I do? And I remember getting kicked off the first team I was on because the supervisor didn't like me. Kicked me off the team. I was the only one. And a lot of people may think that's a bad thing. Nope, it's a good thing because I started digging into the 38 CFR and the M21 manual reference that helped me my years at the VA to rate, and it's helping me now to share this information with you. So when I do a video and I say slide number 1, I'm talking about M21-1, say, "Dwayne, I want to give a shout out and a thank you to that supervisor that kicked you off the team because it's helping us now." Right here, Terrence is a testimonial to that. So thank you to that supervisor kicking me off because now I'm really helping vets. So when I had that conversation with that regional office director at the time, I just sat at my desk for like 5 minutes. I'm like, "Man, what can I do?" And I was like, I gotta dig in even deeper into the references and regulations to understand. And that day I vowed that every vet that had a file and that file landed on my desk, I started from that day saying, "Okay, before I even open this folder, this vet is 100% PNT." That's the way I looked at it instead of the other way. Vet is not service connected. Let me see how high I can get them. I was like, every vet is 100% PNT. Now, I just couldn't give 100% PNT out of kindness of my heart. But as I went through that claim, okay, now I'm not able to give 100% at 90. I'm not able to give 90. Can I give 80? That's the way I looked at it, and that's the way I rate it going forward. Because I knew some of those managers, they didn't care. It was about the numbers. It was, and I still remember the lady's name. Still remember what she looked like. She didn't hardly speak to anybody. Walked around looking, just Sorry, I digress. That's why you have to do what Terrence did. Invest the time and get educated. Stop looking, it's okay to look for little tips and, little tricks and stuff like that. Don't base your VA claim on that. Base it on what you learn. Okay. I apologize for going too long on that. All right. I recently got 100% P&T, but effective date. Okay. So we talked about that. My initial rating was in January 2023. It took 25 months. Look at that. Terrence coming back with more 25 months. As a VA rater, it took me 5 years to get to where I felt I should be. And I was a VA employee and I knew this system. Had to get tested every 2 years on it. And it took Terrence 25 months. Now, granted, there's a lot of things that the VA is doing now and putting things at disposal to veterans that we didn't have years ago. Okay. Years ago, we didn't have VVMS. We had that claim folder. It wasn't electronic. We didn't have third-party C&P examiners. So everybody had to go to the VA C&P office, and they didn't have, some of them didn't have that many examiners. Okay. So the VA has come a long way in that area. But Terrence, 2 years, that's not bad. If you'd have told me back when I was doing my claim, it'd take 25 months. It took them 24 months just to get my first rating, 10 months for the first C&P exam. Okay, let's keep going. Says never poke the bear. I got a video on, if you decide to poke the bear, check out that video. I've seen veterans do it and win. Just know what you're doing when you do it. Michael, my attorney submitted a high-level review on January 24th, 2025, but it's still sitting in the queue. What is going on? Good question. If you did if you requested an informal conference, watch my video on how to schedule it. Don't let your attorney do it. You do it. And let your attorney know when it's scheduled, and then they could get on the call. How about that? There we go. That's a nugget. All right. Michael, Fort Worth, Texas in the house. Thank you all for your hard and helpful work. Not a problem. Okay, Disco. All right. What's going on, Disco? I just watched Colin say that those teens are going to reduce all of our health benefits by firing. I'm going to look at this, people. I may just shoot this video tonight. Okay. And man, a lot of changes. So, vets, I did a video in December, and I know I'm over. I'm sorry, y'all gonna get an extra 5 minutes. If you want me to get off now, say Dwayne, get the heck off YouTube. Somebody said Doge kicked you off earlier. It's time. You have to buckle down. If you feel you should be 50%, 60, 70, whatever the percentage is, you have to buckle down. I'm not saying come spend any money with me. Watch the videos. Turn and say, hey, I watched the videos, got the book, and won. Get grandfathered in at whatever percentage, because, man, every week now, it's not even every month, every week, it is something different. Something is coming out about this, something is coming out about that, Supreme Court ruling. People, it's time. Stop dragging your feet. I did a video in December. I cannot think of the name of this video, but in the video I was talking about, so if you go to my channel, you look at all the videos I did in December, I was basically giving a blueprint of like, hey, do your intent to file, find you some examiners. If you're trying to get, for example, PTSD, you want to come back, start getting treatment. Start seeing this doctor every 2 weeks. Start building a paper trail. If it's medical, same thing. Start building a paper trail. And then maybe a couple months down the road, I know what it was. I was talking about the proposed changes for the mental health, general rating health criteria, migraines, and sleep apnea. That's what I was talking about. And in that video, I was basically saying, hey, look, check this out. This is what you do. Intent to file, find your doctor every 2 weeks. Start getting treatment. Start building that paper trail, the continuity, right? And then maybe after 3 or 4 months, right before April, file that claim. So they can't say, one, there's no diagnosis. Two, you haven't had consistent treatment. We right around the corner from April. That video didn't get a lot of views, but I was dropping a lot of nuggets. Make sure you go check that out. But I'm gonna check that. Thank you, Disco. I'm gonna check that video out. Do I need my active duty medical records to submit for secondary? No, because what you're saying is that condition doesn't fall on the direct from service. You're saying something in service that you're service connected for has caused something else. I got out in 1998. You need a diagnosis for the secondary condition. I've been waiting since September to get my records. I'm currently 10% for tinnitus and 0% for hearing loss. I have a video on how to get your VA claims folder fast. Make sure you check it out. Anthony from Virginia, will vets still receive back pay if they win a claim? Yes, depending on the effective date that they give you. I filed a claim for GERD on February 26th. Oh, the day before my birthday. I have a CMP exam on March 8th. By far, this is the fastest I've ever been scheduled. Yes. For your CMP exam, is anyone else seeing this quick turnaround? On some, Christopher, it seems like it goes in spurts. But where I've seen it, when vets submit their claim using the quick submit. Okay. Nightmare. Now those will look to. I'm definitely. My wife's gonna be mad because I've been on the computer all day. I'm gonna check that out and go out to the website. Got my code sheet static. That's it. S. Howard. If you all don't know what a code sheet is, go to my channel, type in code sheet. A lot of these questions, when people are questions they're asking, code sheet. Go to my channel, not YouTube. Go to my channel. Click on the video link. There's an hourglass to the next to that, and put in code sheet or whatever, HLR, and all of my videos on those topics. They will come up. Spend the time, start watching them, because I'm dropping you some nuggets. Okay. All right, people. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna wrap it up for this evening. I do apologize about the. I don't know what happened. I restarted my computer right before I went live tonight. We got 353 people in here. Please, somebody let me know. Let me know. I lost my train of thought. Let me know how many likes that we have. You know what? I'm gonna go a couple minutes longer. Okay, how about that? I'm gonna go a couple minutes longer. So I withdraw my claim. VSO submitted for left elbow secondary to service connected left shoulder. My elbow feels okay now. Besides, I don't want to possibly get a decrease for my shoulder. Okay, so Joey, if you're 20% for your shoulder and you're going in for your left elbow secondary to your shoulder, they shouldn't be looking at the shoulder. But let's just say for whatever reason they do, they shouldn't. I wouldn't even let them look at it if it was me. But if you're 20% for the shoulder, as long as you still have pain, you'll stay at the 20%. Okay, that's the criteria. Years ago, it used to be 10%. Back, I think right before I retired, they said now if you have pain in the shoulder, it's 20%. Thanks for all the support. Thanks for all your support for veterans. Hey, I appreciate that. Not a problem. Dwayne, I was also on your live session last week. I was the only woman there. So that was for the training, I think, Betty. Hello, Dog 40. My mental health exam was over the phone, and I came back at 7. Okay, all right. So we do have some people that's saying that they still should stay at home via employees. Okay, so I'm going to take this, and then I'm going to go over some people that left tools as to why people should stay home. Veterans in Michigan, Ohio. I'm a certified disability examiner. I write Nexus letters as well. I can provide my information as well. Okay. Thank you for that. What you do for veterans. Okay, William says two more productive at home. Yep. I'm sorry. I don't say why I said two. I said put it two. More productive at home. Efficiency, no distractions. I agree. Working from home is more effective, and a lot of us are single parents nowadays in the 20s. Can't use to say single parents. There's a reason for to stay working home, okay? Okay, see, D. Jones, okay? if they are properly supervised and produce results. Yep, they can easily track that. Tori says not productive at home. Hey, thank you for sharing, but I was definitely more productive at home. Some people like your self function better. I know I did. Hold on, self function. Some people like your self function. Okay, okay, you lost me on that one. Um, Hello, Dwayne, and thanks for all you do to support veterans. Love your book, and it's loaded with golden nuggets. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, all right, so we're going to go ahead and I'm going to close it out there. I do apologize, but I am going live next Wednesday with David Piatek. His YouTube channel is VA Housing Education. And then the third Wednesday, I am going live again, but only for my premium YouTube members. You have to be a member to get access for that. Okay. I'm going to go in to the VA's website and I'm going to look at this 80,000 employees. And if it's so far fetched, I'm going to read it. And I may wait till tomorrow to do a video on it because I'm pretty worked up right now and I don't want the message to get lost because they get rid of 80,000. Man, that is crazy. That is, depending on even a healthcare side, benefit side, that is crazy. So with that being said, we got all the questions from our members, everybody that left a donation. Thank you for all the support. Again, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification button. Need the DBQ, medical, mental health. Check the description section. I got links in the comments, links in the description section. And also there's links to the veteran monthly membership outside of YouTube. And if you want to become a YouTube member, just click that join button underneath this video. Thank you and good night.